Hey guys, Ninja Gaming here, I'm Kyle.
And I'm Ed.
And today we are reviewing Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Blacklist.
Yes, made by Ubisoft, and it's on PS3, Xbox 360, PC, and Wii U. So without further ado, let's take it away with Kyle and the story.
Blacklist takes place after the events of Splinter Cell conviction. The President of the United States shuts down the corrupt Third Echelon and replaces it with a new special operatives and counter-terrorism team called Fourth Echelon. Fourth Echelon is a team of elite operatives from different agencies who perform missions assigned directly by the Commander-in-Chief. All of a sudden, a group of 12 terrorists, calling themselves the Engineers, initiate a deadly countdown of attacks on the United States called the Blacklist. You and your team are assigned to find the Engineers and stop the Blacklist countdown before it reaches zero. There are co-op missions that tie right into the main story and can be played either split screen or online. If you don't have any friends or would rather play the game alone, you won't miss out because you can play the co-op missions single player as well. That's all for the story, guys. Now here's Ed with the gameplay.
Now for gameplay for Blacklisted, there's 3 different playstyles you can choose from, where you can actually play as a ghost and be completely silent and not killing anyone and everything and just being completely silent. And also there is Panther, where you are killing people, but you're using silent weapons and smoke grenades, and pretty much the enemies know you're in the area, they just don't know where you're attacking from. And then also the exact opposite is Assault. Assault is where you're going in there, shooting them up with fully automatic AK-47, and also, frag grenades and everything else like that, just being a complete and total badass. Also in the game, there is a system called the SMI. This is what Sam actually uses to go in and switch from single player, co-op, and multiplayer. This is also a place where you can actually go and customize your tools, which are brand new in this game, mind you, and also customize your gear for Sam himself and your multiplayer characters. The customization for Sam is where you can actually change your gloves, your chest piece, your pants, your boots, even your color of your goggles. You don't need to have that green color anymore. You can have red, purple, yellow, it doesn't even matter. And also for multiplayer characters, you can transform your spy or your merc into being completely different. You could actually have different play styles that you can buy and everything. You could also get and unlock customizability to change your merc and your spy into different ways you want them to. Now I mentioned co-op, and in co-op there is 14 different missions that you can play from, and they're all immersed in the story. You can play over Xbox Live or split screen, so you can have your friend standing right next to you, or over Xbox Live. Also, don't worry if you do not have any friends, you can also play all 14 of these missions singly on solo. So don't worry about that, that doesn't affect your story whatsoever. Also in this game, as I mentioned before, there is spies versus mercs. We were all excited about hearing this in the past games, coming back to this game, and we are excited, and it is better as we thought. There are different modes such as SVM versus Blacklist, which is pretty much where you have to go in, take over different terminals if you're a spy, and hack those terminals and hack them for a certain amount of time. And as a merc, you actually have to go in and find these people and actually kill the hacker. You can't just kill any spy, you actually have to kill the hacker to stop them from hacking it. And if you hack all 3 as a spy, you win the match. And actually they switch. When a match is over, they switch, and whoever was the spy the first match goes to being a merc and vice versa. Also, there is SVM Classic, which pretty much it's kind of like the old playstyle. Sad to say you can't use your custom character in this one, you have a preset character, but the lighting and shading in this game is amazing in that mode. It actually transforms it back to the old style where if you're a spy, you're not going to be seen in the darkness unless that merc shines that flashlight on you. There is also other modes such as uplink control, extraction, and team deathmatch that you can also play in multiplayer, and they're all really fun to play and have their own little twists and turns, and the maps in this game is also amazing to play on. So anyways, that's pretty much it for the gameplay, and let's go back to Kyle with the pros and cons.
Thanks, Ed, for the gameplay. Now on to the pros and cons of the game. Starting right out with some of the pros are the graphics. The graphics are phenomenal. With the HD texture pack, it's full 1080p graphics with a high resolution, so they look great.
look fantastic.
Yep.
Another pro for this whole entire thing is that the story is very immersive. We actually found ourselves playing it late in the night. Same with the multiplayer and the co-op. Talking about co-op is another one of our pros.
Right.
Is that the co-op is actually immersed inside the story, so you can actually play inside. While you're playing the story, you can also do missions that are co-op.
Right.
Stuff like that. Of course, as I mentioned before, there is only solo missions that you can't play co-op, but there is 14 that you can play single player and co-op. So it's pretty fun to play and everything.
Yeah, you can play either split screen or you can play online with one of your friends.
Exactly. So it's covered all there.
So going right on into the gameplay. The gameplay of this game is really smooth. It's easy to pick up, learn how to play, and it's just great to pick up the game and you can learn the controls. They're all easy. Anyone can just pick it up and play it. So going right on to that, there's no set really play style to the game, which is a great bonus to the replay value as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So without there being a set play style, you can run in and you can take cover and just take them out, or you can stealthily go in there unseen. And like Ed said before, you can go in there stealthily, unseen, and just snipe them or sneak up on them and execute them.
Yeah, the 3 different play styles of Ghost, Assault, and Panther. You can do either one of those and get either a higher rating, as I mentioned in the gameplay.
Right.
So yeah, there is another thing that, of course, multiplayer is amazing because it does have the Spy versus Merc. We haven't seen this for a little bit, so it's happy to come back and everything else like that.
And they also have a revamped mode of it as well.
Exactly.
They have the classic and then the revamp.
Yeah, and then the Blacklist, which I mentioned, and everything else like that, and the different types of play styles that you can do in that game as well. And of course, the customizing. The customizing is also, not only in the single player, it is also in the multiplayer. You can customize your Merc to for different weapons and everything else like that, different loadouts, and also they also have some presets for both Spies and Merc. So
you start out with a preset, and you have to use the money the in-game money in order to unlock the custom presets or to progress, the other presets.
Yeah,
you don't unlock the other ones.
So yeah, it's all around a really good game. It's really, really good customization in this game. So.
So the next pro of the game is the replay value. Like I mentioned earlier, it has a very high replay value, whether you play co-op, single player, or just online. All of them have a high replay value. The online, of course, because you're playing with different people and you've got different matches going in different modes. The co-op, because you can go with different friends, you can try different styles, different tactics on that game, do it on a harder difficulty. And even the single player, because you can try different tactics, you can try being stealthy instead of just running and assault them, run and take them out. Or you can do it the opposite. You can try and just run in and take everyone out while not being stealthy at all.
Yeah.
Because you get different bonuses for each way you do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Which brings us right into another pro to this game, which is the challenges. There's different challenges you can do. There's a lot of different challenges. And when you complete the challenge, you get extra money, you get bonus stuff.
Yeah.
So, it's fun to go back and try and do just the challenges alone, not only going back and playing through the story with a different tactic.
Yeah, exactly. It just brings a whole different tactics, as you kept on saying. Now, moving on to the cons.
Right.
There wasn't a lot as there was for pros. The one thing that we do find with this game that is a con is that it is not for everybody, even though there is different play styles and everything.
Right.
Even though you can go in and be all assault and everything, it's not like something, that you could go in fully out, all automatic, not take cover whatsoever. It's not one of those games.
Right.
So
it's not so you can't just run in there and take a million bullets to you and expect to live.
You don't have an overshield or anything.
Right. So it is catered to a certain audience in a way, but it also has a wide audience.
Yeah, extremely wide audience.
Right, because of the different play styles.
Exactly.
So that's really the only con we found in the game, which isn't a big one.
Yeah.
I would rate this game a 9.8 based off of all the pros that we just told you and the one con that isn't really that big. So a 9.8 for me. And Ed, what would you give it?
I completely agree with you. I give it a 9.8 because, as you said, you straight out said it, that it has so many good things going for it.
Right.
That one simple con, that even though there is a wide variety of people that can go in, because this is not like the first game where it's only for stealth.
Right.
This is an action-adventure stealth game that you can go in and you can, you take cover and stuff like that, but you can still
Right.
have those frag grenades that you use. You can use a fully automatic gun
Right.
and everything. So yeah, that's the one thing. So we both give it a 9.8. So it's a fantastic game. And before we do our whole little spiel of everything, we have two people that we have to thank. First of all, we thank Ubisoft for sending us this game that we can rate for them. And also we have another
White
person.
Elephant. We'd like to give a shout out to him. He created the music for the new intro that you guys seen at the beginning of the episode. So special thanks to him. We'll have a link for him down in the description. So if you want to check him out, check out some of his music and stuff like that. The link will be down in the description.
Yep, and as always, guys, if you haven't subscribed already, please do that right up above our heads.
Yep.
And if you already have, thank you very much. You're awesome. Put any comments down below if you like this video, or if you want us to do any other games that you want us to do. And also, of course, like and share that do that share button thing down there.
Yeah, share it with all share this review with all your gamer friends.
Share it with everyone. Tweet it, Facebook it, and even MySpace it for all we know.
But yeah, you gotta let your friends know how the game is. The game's phenomenal. It's great. Definitely
really
pick up a copy. It's one of those games that just was mind blowing. It's so great. So definitely go out and pick out a copy of it.
All right. See you later, guys.
Yep.